and Disney lost all that money. Mickey was like, hey guys, we gotta bring Jimmy back. You're losing my f***ing money. What the f*** is wrong with you? It's just a joke. We gotta bring him back. What are you, f***ing crazy? Come on, man, get that motherfucker back. I'm losing money. This just proves that there is power in the people. Congratulations, Jimmy Kimmel is back. I can't wait to see his first joke, his monologue, because that's gonna be huge.
He's back. Talking about Jimmy Kimmel, and Trump loses again.
Donald Trump's worst nightmare just came true as Jimmy Kimmel is back and his first guest is amazing.
Oh, so Jimmy Kimmel is coming back, baby. Disney has caved and he'll be back on Tuesday. I guess all of the money got to them. The people's money, that is.
I know some people are upset that Jimmy Kimmel is back on air. However, just know, you guys still have the power. We don't have to watch his show. Just like how the Colbert Show was canceled, not because of cancellation of freedom of speech. It was because he was losing money for the network.
Jimmy Kimmel's going to be back on Tuesday night. Good. I hope he's funny. And I hope he does something with this moment.
Thank you to everyone who has spoken up, whether you're a fan of mine or just can't stand censorship. Especially to my Republican friends, I know many of you would probably love to see me quiet, but you still believe in my right to speak. That's what real patriotism looks like.
Guys, the drama surrounding late-night television has taken a sharp and unexpected turn. After a temporary suspension that left fans frustrated, critics divided, Jimmy Kimmel is officially back on the screens. ABC and Disney had pulled the brakes, citing his comments as ill-timed and insensitive, hoping to calm an already tense national environment. But the audience had other plans. Viewers made their voices loud and clear through boycotts, through subscription cancellations, and through mounting financial pressure. And now, the people have spoken. The corporations listened. Kimmel's reinstatement is not just about entertainment. It's being celebrated as a major victory for free speech.
I know Donald Trump's wig is itching because they done gave Jimmy Kimmel his show back. Jimmy Kimmel is back, and I have not heard nothing from Donald Trump. Now, over on Truth Social, he had posted about 2 hours ago, and he was talking about some mess, child, which is safe to say that him and his 27 piece has not heard the news that Jimmy Kimmel is back on the air, honey. Now, a lot of people are speculating that the reason why Jimmy Kimmel has gotten his show back is because of how many people had canceled their Hulu and Disney Plus subscription, including myself. And that's the main reason why you guys haven't gotten any coverage from us over here about Project Runway, because it airs on Disney Plus and Hulu. And now that Jimmy Kimmel's back, we can get to Law Roach back on Project Runway. Now, other instances as to why people believe that Jimmy Kimmel got his show back is because individuals across the aisle, political figures across the aisle, including Republicans, Democrats, and independents, basically said that this was wrong to be censoring him for what he said.
Okay, so Jimmy Kimmel will be back on Tuesday, and we'll be back never. Are we clear? Are we touching and agreeing? Are we on the same page? I mean, we all see what's happening. They caved. They cracked under the pressure of losing money. What was this all about? Money, suppression of votes. All of this goes back to money, right? The patriarchy, the homophobia. Like, this is McCarthyism 101. When you suppress journalists, when you suppress the free media, and you expect people to only listen to the propaganda that you're selling them, you're waiting for them to collapse. And we're not going to fold. Let's be clear. Jimmy Kimmel being suspended, this was a moment of impetus for most women.
Jimmy Kimmel's return on the air is going to be epic tomorrow night, as he has announced his return to the air guest, and it is going to be Governor Gavin Newsom. Guys, this is going to be epic. I can't wait to see what this is. He's going to put Newsom out there, I'm sure, to contrast what's going on with Trump, and he is not going to be silenced. He is not going to be muzzled. He is not going to let up as Disney wanted him to. They are going to attack this, and it is going to be epic. I cannot wait to see this. This might be his most viewed episode ever.
ABC says Jimmy Kimmel is back, but entire cities, they may never see him because the affiliates who carry the show, they're refusing to air it. Disney and ABC announced his return, but Sinclair and Nexstar, which own dozens of affiliates, say they're not going to air him. And now we know why. A study found that since 2022, 97% of Kimmel's political guests, they've been liberals. And more than 90% of his political jokes, they targeted conservatives. So this isn't just about free speech. It's about business. Those affiliates, they just don't share Kimmel's values, and they don't think mocking half the country is good programming for their local markets. So in the end, it wasn't a First Amendment issue. Like I said, it was companies deciding they just don't like what he's saying.
So let me ask, how did we get here so fast? According to multiple sources, audience power was the decisive factor. ABC and Disney may have claimed they were motivated by concerns about timing and tone, but behind the corporate curtain, the story looks very different. Viewers cancelled Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN, and even planned trips to Disney parks were suddenly in jeopardy. Every cancellation, every protest, every dollar withheld sent a message. Audience were not going to tolerate what they saw as censorship. Commentators noted that Disney was losing money at a rapid rate and simply couldn't afford the backlash. This quick reversal shows how effective consumer action can be when it's sustained and visible. In just days, the tide turned, and what started as a corporate suspension transformed into a loud and clear message that the public values free expression. And let's be real, guys. This return isn't just about Jimmy Kimmel. It's about the symbolic win. Audience voices shaping the culture and putting political pressure back on those who tried to, silence him in the first place. Now, let's break down why this moment matters far beyond late night comedy. At its core, this battle is about the tension between free speech, political pressure, and corporate responsibility. Disney and ABC initially justified their decision by pointing to Kimmel's supposedly ill-timed comments, stressing their desire to cool things down in a heated national climate. But critics weren't buying it. For them, the suspension was never about sensitivity. It was about political influence. Some reports even suggest that the FCC leaned on ABC, pressuring them with ultimatums and urging Kimmel to apologize or even donate to political organizations like Turning Point USA. If that's true, then this suspension wasn't a neutral corporation decision. It was a chilling reminder of how political power can, reach entertainment and muzzle dissenting voices. To many, this wasn't just Jimmy Kimmel. It was about whether a network would bend to the will of the White House and silence a comedian critical of Donald Trump. But here's the twist, guys. The people refused to sit quietly. Cancellations and social media pressure flipped the entire situation on its head. One source framed it perfectly. Free speech wins and Trump loses again. Think about the symbolism. A corporation as massive as Disney reversed course. Not because it suddenly found courage, but because the audience made silence more constantly than expression. And this is where things get even more political. Kimmel is not planning to apologize. In fact, he's expected to double down on the censorship narrative, positioning his return as proof that he cannot be silenced and will not be muzzled. His choice to feature Governor Gavin Newsom as his very first guest is not accidental, it's a statement. Newsom represents a direct political foil to Trump, and his presence on that opening night sets the stage for a sharp public contrast. Commentators already, predicting a meltdown from Trump and his supporters on social media. The symbolism here runs deep. Putting Newsom front and center, Kimmel is framing his return not as entertainment, but as a political event, an act of resistance. And for audience who fought to bring Kimmel back, this is validation. It shows that collective action, canceling subscription, voicing outrage, applying economic pressure can have real results. Now, let's zoom out. Why does this matter to ordinary viewers who may not even watch late night TV? Because it highlights the power of public pressure in shaping corporate decisions. Disney and ABC didn't act out of goodwill. They acted out of necessity. They saw cancellations piling up. They saw potential losses in theme park revenue. They saw backlash online and they caved. This is proof that when audience unite around principle, corporations have no choice but to listen. At the same time, this event reveals the fragile line entertainment companies walk between political influence and consumer demand. On one hand, they fear alienating government regulators and political leaders. On the other hand, they risk financial collapse if they alienate their core audience. This tug of war creates moments like this where the outcome ultimately depends on who shouts the loudest and hits hardest in the wallet. For Kimmel himself, this return could mark a new chapter. He is expected to lean harder into political commentary, to contrast himself with Trump, and to cast his show as a platform for resisting censorship. Whether you agree with his political or not, his reinstatement signals that he has become more than just a late night host. He's now a symbol of resistance against suppression. And make no mistake, guys, this fight isn't over. If the pattern holds, every time a comedian, journalist, or public figure is threatened with cancellation due to political influence, audience will remember this moment. They will remember how protest, cancellations, and financial boycotts turned the tide in just days. They'll remember that public voices can outweigh government intimidation. So when Kimmel walks back onto that stage with Gavin Newsom by his side, it won't just be a television comeback. It will be a message to Trump, to the MAGA movement, and to corporations everywhere. Free speech still has defenders, and silencing dissent comes with a price. This is more than late night television. It's a cultural flashpoint. And for once, the audience didn't just, watch history unfold. They made it happen. Guys, let me know what are your thoughts. Also, remember to subscribe, like, and share as well. And until next time, bye-bye.